Hi, I'm Yunus. I'm the host of Productman podcast. Welcome to the second season and 13th episode of the Productman podcast. Yes, we took a long break. I really missed the microphone, these conversations, and all of you. Last season, we dive into the psychology of things, wrestled with stakeholder management, and fought the technical depth war. Now, with season 2, we are shifting into a higher gear. The rules of the game on the field are changing, and we are going to keep up with that change. In the first episode of the new season, we are putting a topic onto the table that might make you say, come on, this is not a PM's job. IDEs, in other words, integrated development environments. VS Code, IntelliJ, WebStorm, and the recent stars like Cursor and Copilot. You might say, Yunus, I don't write code. Why should I care about the black screen the developer uses? You are right, you don't write code. But as the restaurant manager, you have to know how sharp the chef's knives are in the kitchen. Today, we will talk about why you don't need to wait weeks for a sprint just for a simple copy change, the power of looking at the developer's screen to build empathy, and how next generation IDEs are changing the lives of PMs and their time to market speed. The longing is over. Put on your headphones. Season 2 begins. First of all, let's clarify this IDA concept very simply for the non-technical friends among us. An IDA, or Integrated Development Environment, is a program where developers write code, debug errors, and compile the project. It's the developers' workshops. It's the kitchen workbench. So why should a PM care about the chef's workbench? Because your beloved dream of let's go live quickly depends on the capacity of that workbench. In the past, developers wrote everything from scratch by hand. Now, thanks to AI supported IDEs, especially tools like GitHub Copilot or Cursor, developers simply state what they want and the IDE suggests blocks of codes. This is a revolution for product management. You know why? Because an integration that used to be estimated as this will take 2 sprints can now be finished in half a sprint with a good idea usage. If you know the power of the tools your team uses, you sit at the table in an estimation meetings much more consciously. Let's get to the practical benefit that directly affects you. Throughout my career, the biggest agony for PMs has been this: a single word, a button text, or a small JSON configuration in the product needs to be changed. What is the normal process? You go and open a ticket in Jira. You throw it in the backlog. It gets discussed in the refinement meeting. It gets pulled into a sprint. The developer writes code. It gets tested and goes live. You wait 2 weeks just to change the buy button to buy now button. However, what if you had VS Code installed on your computer, put the project into your own local environment using Git clone? What if you found that text file, changed the word, and opened a pull request or PR? Developers would worship you. They would say, Yunus didn't settle our time, he handled the simple grunt work himself. Your issue gets solved in hours, and the developer continues to focus on their core complex technical work. A PM being able to run project locally via an IDA and test the product in the development environment gives you an incredible speed and independence. Finally, let's talk about communication power of IDEs. You are working remotely. There is a critical bug in the product. Your developer teammate is sweating, looking for the error. If you just send a message saying, "What is the status? Is it fixed?" you only load stress onto that person. Instead, if you say, "Open VS Code, live share, send me the link, let's look at it together," the game changes. At that moment, you become a guest inside their IDE on their screen. You see the chaos in the code, or why an API isn't responding with your own eyes. Even if you can't write the code, you manage the process right then and there. Okay, if this service is broken, let's hide this button for now and push a hotfix. Don't be afraid to look at that dark screen. It, it's not enemy lines, it's your team's production line. Seeing the pain the developer experiences on their own screen is the highest level of empathy a PM can build. Let's wrap it up, my friend. We made the fast enters into season 2. Our goal is not to turn you into a software developer. Our goal is to make you a tech savvy leader. 1. Know the tools. Know which IDEs and AI plugins your team uses. This is the fuel for your time to market speed. 2. Cut your own code. Learn to open an IDE for simple text changes, translations, or minor configurations. Save developers from grunt work. 3. Get in the trenches. Don't hesitate to pair with your teammate over an IDE. Understanding that screen shows the respect you have for them. I am Yunus. Thank you for not leaving me alone again in the first episode of the second season. Next week, we will talk about how to scale the product in this accelerating production process, the relationship between product scaling and technical architecture. Take care of yourself, your team, and your products. Goodbye.